Minecraft's End Dimension was designed to be the game's final stage, and as such, before you access the realm, you'd have to complete a few tasks. However, what if you skipped these and started directly in the end? If you had no resources and only one life, could you still beat the game? Welcome to this episode of Minecraft History. In this video, we explore how you can beat the game in just one dimension. We look at what's in the end, how we can leverage it, and try to find the most efficient way to beat the game. Also, if you're watching this video, you are probably not subscribed. Consider subscribing, it's free, I'm a new channel, and you can always unsub later. To beat the game, you have to kill the dragon and enter this portal. You can accomplish this by breaking these crystals on top of these towers, which heal it, and then go after the monster itself. It's easier said than done. So, given this, can you beat Minecraft starting from the end?
I would say yes, definitely, but the only thing I would have concerns about is the crystals. Because I don't know how you'd take them out.
I'm gonna be honest. Probably no. I don't think you can.
Probably. Well, you can. But it all depends on where you start. You see, there are three main sections to the end. The main, or central area, the void, and the outer islands. The central island is the default location the player spawns at, which is made of endstone and obsidian pillars. It's also the location of the infamous dragon battle. There's a gap between the central and outer islands comprised of 1,000 blocks of void. This begs the question, which section do we start from?
The void is a no-go because I'll just fall to my death constantly.
I mean, yeah, of course.
If I chose the outer island, would I have a way to, would I have a portal to the inner island?
I mean, if you're just plopped down in the middle of nowhere, you have to manually find these gateways, and I'm pretty sure they don't spawn until you kill the ender dragon. What if I told you in the outer islands, you could get food, you could get loot, you could get everything
Yeah,
you needed
you
to
can get
survive?
food and loot from end cities, and you can get food from the chorus food.
Yeah.
I got that. It's just blocks would be the only problem.
No, but you can get loot, you can get pickaxes. Part of the loot table is pickaxes, armor, and loot.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah,
Okay, then you can definitely beat them.
Yeah, of course, but given that you start from the outer, right?
Yeah, given you start from the outer islands, you could definitely beat it.
But what about the center island? After all, if the goal is just to beat the game, why does it matter where we start? The answer is simple. Efficiency. Here's what I mean. There's a variety of ways or methods to beat the game. Some spend way more time than others, and some require vastly different skill levels. Remember, the question is, can you beat Minecraft, not is it possible to? So we're going to find the most efficient and easy way to beat the game. How much time they spend, how many lives is possible in, and how many lives is likely in will be our key metrics. Let's explore two of the least efficient methods. Method 1. ENDERMEN. Endermen have a 50% chance to drop pearls upon a player-inflicted death. They also deal 2 hearts of damage in easy mode, 3.5 hearts of damage in medium, and deal 5 hearts of damage in hard. If you were able to kill multiple endermen without getting hit, you'd be able to gather an insane amount of pearls. But you'd have to be fantastically good. Theoretically, if you had a really akin knowledge of Minecraft physics, you'd be able to land at the pillars and land near some of the crystals. Whether you make it to the top of the pillar or not, you'd still lose a quarter of your health. From here, if you mined a block down and broke the crystals, you'd be able to break it and only take 1 heart of damage. But after this, you'd be stranded. You could probably repeat it a few times, but eventually you'd run out of pearls or health and have to repeat the process again, and again, and maybe one more time. Beating the end this way is possible, but it would take an excessive amount of lives. At a minimum, it's about 3, but for a skilled player, it's closer to 5 to 10. Factoring in these times to kill the endermen and the times to mine in each obsidian, I would say this will take an hour to 2 hours. It's still possible, but not in one life. Despite their quick time, the number of lives lost is excessive. But let's see what the opposite effect looks like. Let's try something different. Method 2. Staircasing. Here's what we need to know. No block in the center island can be picked up when broken by your fist. This is due to the block's different mining levels. There are different sizes of obsidian pillars. The smallest reaches Y level 76 and the largest ends at 103. There are 10 of them within this range. They are dispersed in a completely random order in a circular pattern, and each of them still have a crystal we need to break. So, given this, in order to move up a Y level, we must staircase. A quick example of staircasing is when you mine down like this, or build up like this. The only beneficial way we can do this is by breaking every block around the obsidian pillars. This sounds insane, but remember, in this scenario we're aiming to not die. Not even once. So that means we're trying to reach the crystals while taking the least amount of damage possible. Once again, in order to do this, we have to staircase. Staircasing is a method that requires you to mine about 3 blocks for every increase in height. Obsidian takes 4 minutes and 10 seconds to break. Factoring in this time, it means that for every Y level, we need to mine about 12 minutes and 30 uninterrupted seconds. So, for the smallest pillar, factoring in the different Y levels, it'll take about 13,500 seconds or nearly 4 hours to reach to the peak, in ideal conditions, without being uninterrupted or murdered by the Ender Dragon. We can skip a few pillars after breaking the crystal. In order to maximize this, we need 5 pearls. We use 4 ender pearls to get to the peak of 4 other pillars, and then we break their crystals. After the last one, we can wait, get our health back, and shoot 1 pearl down and heal. However, this method only works assuming you haven't been hit. Factoring in the time we saved, this will take about 58 to 88 active hours to complete. That's almost 3 days. Yeah. So, look,
interesting.
yeah, you just, if you start in the outer islands, you have all of this. You have the end city there, but you're just 1,000 blocks away from, where you actually have to beat it. Basically, in the video, I'm breaking down, the different ways to beat Minecraft starting from the end, and I'm separating them by, efficiency. Efficiency is how many active hours it would take you. It's how many hours, minimum, as well as how many lives you'd lose. Do you want me to tell you the efficiency rating for the center islands?
Yeah, go for it.
88 hours. 88 active hours.
88 active hours.
Yeah, active hours.
Alright, mate. That is... Okay, that's gonna be a tall ask, I'm gonna admit it.
If you started from the center island, how long do you reckon it'll take you to beat the end? Because it is possible, it is
possible.
But it is
possible.
Bro, you need to be one in Australian,
Maybe Dude, you can't say that!
Okay, how about this? 1 life. How long do you reckon it'll take you?
Oh my god.
Yeah, 1 life.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible to do 1 life, honestly. Just because, how many towers are there? Do you know? I don't actually don't know.
10.
Because just pearling takes 2.5 hearts.
Yeah, of course.
And
well, who said that you had to bow?
Well,
I mean,
Ashimi.
yeah.
I mean, how else are you gonna get to the towers?
I mean, you could mine your way up. Like, I'm talking about like manually punching your way up every block, like mining into the obsidian tower, building a solid.
You're gonna
stack.
be there. I'm not even joking for like longer than a day.
No, oh, dude, do you want me to tell you the number? Wait,
How
do you
much?
want me to tell you the number?
Yeah, go
88
tell me the
active
number.
hours, assuming that you don't mess up once. Here's the stats for that method. Now, 88 hours is an absurd amount, but we only did it so we could beat the game in one life. We also did the same thing with time in the first method. This tells us two things. A, the center islands are terribly inefficient. You'll either die a lot for a long amount of time, or never die for an even longer amount of time. And B, we need to focus on all of our metrics when coming up with an efficient solution, rather than just prioritizing one. As explained before, this leaves only one possible option, and that is the outer islands. What if I told you in the outer islands you could get food, you could get loot, you could get everything
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you needed
you
to
can get
survive?
food and loot from like end cities, and you can get food from a chorus fruit.
Yeah.
I got that. It's just blocks would be the only problem.
No, but you can get loot, you can get pickaxes.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, then you can definitely beat it.
Yeah, of course, but given that you start from the right?
Yeah, given you start from the outer islands, you could definitely beat it.
I already showed you that footage at the start of the video, and now I'm going to explain to you exactly why it was so important. The Outer Islands serves as the endgame portion of the map. They contain end cities, end ships, and chorus trees. It's way more plentiful than the default islands at the cost of it being located 1,000 blocks away from spawn. Once again, this is the only location in the end with loot. This means that within this method, we'll need to look for loot, gear up, and manually build our way back to the dragon. We'll have to mine and place 1,000 blocks and then some. But somehow, beating the game this way is still substantially more efficient than all of our previous methods. It surpasses them in all of our metrics. This is the jack of all trades. Do you want to try to guess the time for starting in the Outer Islands?
Okay, so you can't die.
Like, assuming
you're
that
starting-
you were like incredibly skilled though, like you were like 1 in a
Okay.
trillion, like, yeah.
I would say it's like, well, I'll say it's much lower. I would say it's like around 60, 50 hours, I guess.
No way, right? Because it wasn't just 88 hours, it was active hours, so that's 88 hours of you
Active.
doing something. Whereas in this, right, it's actually closer to like 5. Like it's, or like 5 or 4, or 3. I think
Wait,
maybe,
what?
it's, yeah. No, let me show you something. The outer islands vary in size. There are occasional mini islands in the gaps between the larger ones, generally with nothing on them. The larger islands can also vary in size, but are usually a few hundred blocks wide. Sometimes you can traverse these gaps via ender pearls. Endermen, as always, are abundant in this area. Chorus fruit is also abundant, and it also serves as a food source, meaning through a combination of enderman and chorus fruit, we can travel from island to island, replenishing our health as we teleport from place to place. As we travel, our goal is to locate an end city. You see, end cities are quite common and they contain very valuable loot. Look, open these chests. Look what's in here.
Okay, that.
Well,
that
this is assuming that you're like
incredible,
super
though.
skilled. But yeah. Honestly, they're game breaking. After we locate an end city, we need to find pickaxes. We need 2 pickaxes minimum, or at least 1 pickaxe that's able to mine 1,000 blocks, indicated by its durability and the enchantments that it holds. According to the Minecraft wiki, statistically we'll get 1 pickaxe every 4 chests. Typically, there's 3 to 7 chests in one end city. Whilst we're prioritizing getting pickaxes, we're bound to get at least 1 enchanted weapon or armor piece, meaning already we're going to be significantly boosted. Once we collect these resources, we can mine for blocks. The block of choice? It's endstone. You see, endstone is an incredibly abundant resource. For every 1 endstone mined, we can travel 1 block of distance. Once we mine, we can build towards the main island. The time shown on the screen is how long it'll take. Once we're here, we can eliminate the crystals, kill the ender dragon, and beat Minecraft starting from the end. In this video, we've experimented with a variety of different ways to beat Minecraft without leaving the end, but only theoretically. If this video gets 25 likes, I'll try to convince my friends to help test out this final method in a relatively vanilla state. You should really subscribe and like this video if you want to see it.